Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be talking about a big system that'll be moving in parts of the upper Midwest here that will bring in very windy conditions across parts of the northern plains in the Midwest. This will also bring a line of some gusty showers and thunderstorms that move across a good chunk of parts of the central and eastern United States here as well. We're also going to be talking about that winter storm potential as well across parts of northern Minnesota and northeastern North Dakota as well. So we're going to get started with the NAM model here. And you do notice here, there is a system. This is the same coastal low that's been causing issues along the Carolinas here, coastal flooding, high winds, rain as well. And that also has the potential to become a tropical system as well. Last time I checked out the National Hurricane Center outlook here, they're giving it a 20 to 30% chance of development with that system as well. Currently low odds there, but it may have the opportunity to become a tropical system as well. It will likely miss Bermuda to the north though, but after that, no threat to land as well. If it does become a storm, the next name will actually be in the Greek alphabet, and that'll be Alpha, be its next name as well. But other than that, most of the United States is going to stay pretty quiet today. But however, when we get into tonight, into Tuesday morning, here comes a system here moving into parts of the northwest as well. The mountains in Oregon and northern California, heavy snow, mainly on the lower elevations, light to moderate rain. And then again, that piece of energy will be moving across the Rockies here, and eventually it gets into the plains here. And this is where things get interesting here. So a low pressure system will start to develop here somewhere in this region in here. They'll move off to the northeast here. And eventually when it gets to the upper Midwest, that's when it starts to wrap to intensify. And what I mean by intensifying here is, well, the low pressure system starts to draw pressure in a little bit in a hurry as well. Not necessarily a bomb cyclone or anything like that. It'll just be dropping pressure very quickly here. And at the same time here, so this is Friday night here, not Friday, Wednesday night, you got pockets of some moderate to at times heavy snow in northern Minnesota as well. If you go up to parts of Canada, you got a big wave of moderate to heavy snow up there as well. And it starts to deepen here, and eventually it's going to kind of slow down and puts the brakes on when it gets up to parts of upper Michigan, maybe into northern Wisconsin as well. Then watch the Dakotas and Minnesota here. So Minnesota at this point here may get a break from the snow here, but it doesn't take too much longer here before some wraparound snow here on the backside of this big low here starts to curve around the backside of the storm as well. And at the same time, it's going to bring us some very gusty winds as well. Now this is the max of the run here, so 84 hours. But you also do notice here at the same time here, you got this big cold front here as well, bringing in a line of some pretty gusty showers and thunderstorms as well. And there has been some improvements here to the warm sector here, which we'll talk about that in a little bit here later in the video. So let's check out the GFS model here. This goes a little further out than the NAM. And then again, you got that system here moving on to parts in the northwest. That's going to bring in some heavy snow to the higher elevations tomorrow. And that same system's going to move into parts of the northern plains and the upper Midwest. You got this cold air starting to move in behind the system here at the same time here. Wednesday night, you got heavy snow across parts of northern Minnesota again. That's where we may have the potential for a winter storm, and it decided to change. Let's go back to 6Z again. Uh, Alright, here we are again. You can see here you got this low here that develops in the parts of Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota that will start to deepen very quickly here into a strong low here, getting close to the 990 millibar line here. Currently 992 millibars. You got this strong cold front here. You also notice here in the warm sector here, these isobars here, these black lines, that'll be indication there of some stronger winds here. The closer the isobars are, the windier the winds, or stronger the winds are, I should say. You can definitely tell on the northern side here for this low pressure system here, could be near blizzard conditions up in parts of Canada. So some folks up there in parts of southern Canada could certainly see near blizzard conditions here. And unfortunately, it's a little too far north for parts of Minnesota and North Dakota to have that fun. However, things start to change here for parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota. Winds really start to intensify here, winging into parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota here. There will be some light to moderate snow mixed in as well here. You're going to have some winds gusting possibly 40 to 45 miles per hour. It's going to be a pretty brisk north wind for those areas as well. This is now getting into Thursday evening here. You got this cold front here, really going down all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico as well. But it seems like the better concentration here for some showers and thunderstorm activity, maybe more focused in parts of Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. That's where the better moisture supply in those, the vorticity numbers will be higher, and also that's where we'll have a stronger low of a jet. So the better concentration for some at least stronger showers and thunderstorms, maybe more focused across parts of Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, which will then again we'll talk the warm sector a little bit more detail in a few moments. Then that then this cold front here really starts to move to northeast as well. These showers and thunderstorms will be moving very quickly to the northeast, as well as soon as this low here starts also to move very quickly to the northeast as well. And you also notice here another system here. This is actually going to be a clipper system as well. Probably our first Alberta clipper here of the season. You got this quick clipper system here that moves to the southeast also very quickly. This is also going to bring in another round of some light to moderate snow for some of the same areas, even getting into parts of the Great Lakes region, which also at the same time for the Great Lakes region, you guys got lake effect rain and snow showers as well. Here's that Alberta Clipper here, moving across the Great Lakes region. That's eventually going to turn more to the northeast when it gets to the northeastern United States as well. And then again, that's going to bring in another round of some rain and snow showers as well across parts of the northern plains, upper Midwest, well, generally in the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and in the northeast as well. And that's a little far out for now, so things may change. Let's check out the icon model here, and currently in its 12Z run. And then again here, some heavy snow. Things like the near blizzard condition potential may just be north of the Canadian border here. You got a strong low pressure system. Then again, over upper Michigan, could be as low as close to the 990 millibar line. You got some snow wrapping around on the backside as well, out across parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, and eventually to parts of Minnesota. Now moving to parts of Iowa and Wisconsin as well. And then also for Iowa and Wisconsin, you guys will also experience that very brisk northern wind as well. And mixed in with that northern wind is some pockets of some snow showers and flurries as well. Could be some moderate snow mixed in as well, depending on how much moisture is out there as well. Eventually, that cold air mass will get into parts of that very cold air mass, and also those stronger winds will get into the Great Lakes region. That's when things make it very interesting for the Great Lakes region at that point as well. And as we get later into the period here, here comes that clipper system that moves in as well, which may bring in another round of some rain and snow showers as well. Let's actually change that to snowfall very quickly here. May as well do it to the others as well. That and then that, so that way they'll be ready. All right, so here's the European model here. We're already kind of to that point here, and again, very similar scenario here. Maybe a little further up to the north here. Maybe the low pressure system may be more focused in parts of Canada. Folks up in Canada there could certainly see blizzard conditions there, heavy snow mixed in with some very gusty winds as well. Meanwhile, on the backside there, again, the Dakotas and Minnesota, a very brisk north wind or northwest wind as well. Mixed in with that will be some light to moderate snow. That'll be moving into parts of Iowa and Wisconsin as well. And eventually, as soon as that low pressure system moves off to the north here, those winds should start to calm down as well. And then this next clipper system starts to move in as well. Here, this is actually another system here within the European model as well, but your main clipper system is right back here as well. And then there it goes right there as well. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Then we'll check out the College of DuPage here. Let's actually talk about the snowfall accumulations here. So this is a mean of 20 members here, and when we go to the next 5 days here for snowfall totals here, you can certainly see here the better mean here for maybe, or you could say the better potential for the winter storm, maybe more focused in northern Minnesota. That's where we'll have snowfall amounts probably anywhere from 4 to maybe as high as 7 inches of snow. But then again, the soil temperatures there, or those ground temperatures, are actually above freezing. It's actually between 35 to 40 degrees here, maybe just below 35 degrees, but it's on the warmer side there for some of those regions there. So it may take now, so the snowfall rates may just have to be high enough for some of the snowfall accumulation, so it may be pretty hard to come by. If you can get light snow, there's a chance it's probably not going to accumulate. But if you can get moderate to heavy snow, yes, it could certainly accumulate as well. So it's going to be hard to come by with some of these snowfall accumulations. And also at the same time there, where you have that factor, these snowfall totals from these models here are not going to be 100% accurate as well. So you may take off maybe possibly an inch or two here off these models here as well. And that's how much you could possibly see there. But then again here, that's the mean from the GFS ensembles here. You can see here up in Canada here, you got a mean there of over a foot of snow up there as well. For any snow lovers up in parts of Minnesota and North Dakota, you gotta hope that that low pressure system starts to trend further to the south as well. So all that snow there could possibly trend to the south with that low as well, because that's what's really good to depend on as well. So this is the NAM model here. It doesn't go for the entire event here. And you can see here, this goes throughout as far as Thursday evening here. You can certainly see here, then again, most of the snowfall is going to be more focused up in parts of Canada. You can see there, generally anywhere from 5 to 9 inches of snow up there. Meanwhile, in northern Minnesota, however, it's generally 1 to 4 inches, even back into parts of northeastern North Dakota as well. And that's where we probably had that better winter storm potential up there as well. At least the better probabilities for a winter storm than anywhere else, at least. But then again, doesn't necessarily mean here that this is, or let me put that in different words. Doesn't necessarily mean that you guys won't see a winter storm. The possibility is still there. Right now, the models are keeping the low pressure system probably just along the Canadian-U.S. border there. It may trend a little further south. We'll see what happens here with the models here, the way they trend here. So this is the GFS model here. We'll go back to the next 5 days here. And you can see there for parts of northern Minnesota, northeastern North Dakota, it could be anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow, as well isolated higher amounts as well. And you can see there, them higher snowfall totals when you get up to Canada, over about 20 inches of snow, which is pretty insane there. But then again, maybe take an inch or two off as well, and then maybe the actual forecast there, because of those soil temperatures are above freezing. And so those snowfall rates has to be just right for the snowfall to accumulate as well. You can't have, if you're going to have flurries or light snow, it's not going to really accumulate. That's going to make it even tougher there to accumulate. You'll probably would need moderate to heavy snow. Here's the icon model here. Generally, actually for most of, well, or at least for a good chunk of North Dakota, Minnesota, even to parts of western Wisconsin, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow. You got pockets of up to 5 inches of snow across parts of northern Minnesota and northeastern North Dakota as well. But then again, maybe take an inch or two off. In reality, not a whole lot of snow there shown from the icon model. And as we check out the European model here, then again, those heavier snowfall totals will be up to parts of Canada. It's got almost 2 feet, actually got 2 feet of snow up there. Certainly a lot of snow. But then again, northern Minnesota, northeast North Dakota, could be anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow as well. That's where we had that better chance to see that winter storm potential as well. And then you got eastern Dakotas and western Minnesota, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow. But then again, maybe take off an inch or two of snow. That could be the actual snowfall totals as well, just getting by those warmer soil temperatures. I made this little map for you guys here. This is where I think we have the better probabilities of whatever. So then again, northern Minnesota, northeastern North Dakota, that's where we can see moderate heavy snow. That's where at that winter storm potential. Then you got this blue shade here across the Dakotas, northeastern Nebraska, even for a good chunk of Iowa, southwestern Minnesota, even for parts of far northern Missouri. This is where we'll experience at least multiple rounds of light to possibly moderate snow here, but at the same time here, it's going to be very windy as well. Then again, we're talking about wind gusts, maybe as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour in some of those regions as well. So that's something we also got to pay attention to as well, which we'll check out on windy here. We'll check out the European Mall first. We'll go back to Tuesday evening here. We'll check out those wind gusts, and you can see here pretty windy here. It's got wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. Here's the GFS model here. It's a little too fast there for my taste, but it still shows some pretty gusty winds here. It's also got the gustier winds focused a little further to the southwest as well. If you check out the icon model, wind gust about 55 miles per hour some places. So pretty impressive wind gusts out there as well. Within some of those wind gusts there could be some light to moderate snow. That's the icon model. European model's a little slower here, but you can certainly see there with that round of some light to moderate snow as well. And then as you get into Friday here, eventually starts to move into parts of Iowa and Nebraska as well, and eventually into Wisconsin here. If we check out those wind gusts again, pretty strong, certainly to say the least here. Then again, wind gusts possibly over 50 miles per hour some places. Now, that may be a little bit high here. Models do have a tendency to be overdone when it comes to wind gusts. It's happened almost every storm here, or event, I should say. So, I would say here wind gusts could be as high as probably 45 miles per hour, but I think it's going to be a general 35 to 45 miles per hour. And there can be some isolated places that could see up to 50 mile per hour wind gusts as well. But either way, it's going to be very windy across those regions as well. Let's back up to Wednesday here. Let's now talk about the warm sector side of things here. And like I said here, the environment's got a little bit better. Just saying a little bit better. If you guys remember the last video, we had dew points of upper 40s to low 50s. Well, we're now talking about, at least for regions up in parts of the Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley, we got mid to upper 50s. And then across the south here, we actually got 60 dew points. But there's a little twist to that. So this is the GFS model here. So your low here at this point here is over parts of upper Michigan, northern Wisconsin here. You got what could be some thunderstorms or heavier showers moving to parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois here. Let's check out a couple things here. So number one here is let's check out those dew points. And you can see here, it's not that high at this point here, but it is getting closer to mid 50 dew points though. But check out when we get into the Gulf Coast states, 60s with dew points. Certainly a big improvement here to the environment here. Then here's 2 o'clock and Thursday here. Now dew points are getting more into the mid 50s across parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, even up into parts of southern Indiana as well. However, even though you got dew points deep in the 60s here across the south here, there's not much in the way of any wind shear here. If we actually check out the low of a jet here, which is at 850 millibars, it's actually more focused in Tennessee and Kentucky here. So we'll have to pay attention to areas kind of between these two here. So probably the state of Kentucky and Tennessee, these will probably be the areas that may have the better potential here to see some stronger showers or storms. However, when it comes to instability though, it's very limited. You got instability well over 100 here. Generally, I'll say for stronger storms over 500, but for severe weather side of things, really generally 1,000 here. So instability will certainly be a limiting factor with this setup here as well. But at the same time here, if we were to check out 850 millibars here, with the energy here, which is vorticity, which we'll quickly check that out as well. Upper dynamics, 850 millibar vorticity. And we'll check out the 6Z run here. There's going to be a lot of energy where the low of a jet is along that cold front here. So that'll certainly help keep those showers and thunderstorms going as well. And with some of those showers and thunderstorms, that could pull down some of those winds from the low of a jet down to the surface as well. So these probably won't be more in the way of organized showers and thunderstorms, but we could certainly see some showers and thunderstorms that may produce some stronger wind gusts as well. Certainly possible here. You could check, you could definitely see here with the GFS model here, got quite a bit of energy along that front there. That's actually a pretty high amount of energy there along that line of storms as well. And if I show you guys the other models, it'll show pretty much the same thing here. Lots of energy along this cold front here, probably as far south as Tennessee here, but it's probably going to be more focused, probably, I'll say, the Interstate 40 corridor in north. I will say that. That's probably the best way to put it there as well. If we kind of back this up here, you can see here that that strong cold front with that energy there just continues to move up to the northeast as well, into the northeastern United States as well. So it's not just these areas in here that can see that some of those stronger showers and thunderstorms, or you could say gusty showers and thunderstorms threat. It can even go up to parts of the northeast as well. So something we have to pay attention to as well. So, but these winds here will be pretty quick as well. If you get winds 40 to 45 miles per hour, it won't last for a long time. So, but it could be strong enough to do some tree damage out there as well. So that's why I'm kind of mentioning this as well. Then again, instability is certainly going to be a pretty limiting factor there, despite of having higher dew point values as well. So then again, here's the GFS ball here with that line, some possibly some very gusty showers and thunderstorms. Continue to move on to the northeast here. Here's your low of a jet here. Your strongest low of a jet looks to be in across parts of the Ohio Valley region as well. Those winds will certainly get stronger here into the overnight hours. And here's the morning hours on Friday. You got a strong low of a jet set up over the northeast as well. Along that cold front there, you got some showers and thunderstorms as well. That'll continue to move on to the northeast as well throughout the day on Friday. And these storms here could start, this line of showers and thunderstorms could start back as far west as parts of Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, maybe into parts of Oklahoma and Nebraska as well. So it's a lot of areas could certainly see that chance there for some very gusty showers and thunderstorms as well. Let's check out the European model here, and it shows a similar situation here. You got that line with showers and maybe some thunderstorms mixed in as well. If you check out those dew points there, it's not really that high for Thursday morning here, but if you get into the afternoon hours on Thursday, you got dew point values. It's actually in the low 60s here, and it may be a little bit of an outlier there. Last time I checked, it was actually in the mid to upper 50s as well. And here's the icon model here. It does show some good, so at least some decent dew point values as well. It seems like the models might have backed off just a little bit there with the dew point values. But then again, either way here, there's not going to be much instability to work with anyways. Here's the European model here, which is a little bit faster. If we back this up a little bit, then get along that front there, not a whole lot of instability to work with as well. Maybe as high as 100. It's not going to be a whole lot. But either way here, we can certainly still see that a line of some pretty gusty showers and thunderstorms as well. Here's the low of a jet there, and it's actually stronger than the GFS model here, the low of a jet from the European model. Here's the icon model as well, and then again, that stronger low of a jet could certainly help support that threat as well. And here's the wind gusts at the surface, by the way. So this is 8 o'clock on Thursday here. Wind gusts maybe anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour from the icon. A little bit stronger from the European model. Then you got the GFS model here. Pretty much similar situation like the European model. But if we go into Friday here, at least Friday morning here, Winds do get a little bit gustier when you get into parts of the northeast as well. Wind gusts maybe getting closer to 40 to 45 miles per hour. Likely be very gusty in those higher elevations as well. Here's the icon model as well. Then again, the higher elevations could certainly see some pretty gusty winds up there as well. So, certainly a system here we'll have to watch here over the next couple of days here. But anyways, guys, this is all for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Guys, like this video, hit that like button. If you do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications to never miss an upload. If you guys have questions about this, put in the comment section down below. I'll answer you guys questions. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.